also really felt, like very isolating. The fact that I was just going to be doing this journey just between my husband and I. So yeah, that was one thing. COVID pushed all of us inside. And
Hi family, welcome back to Experience with Queen Eddie. You are watching the First Time Mom show. Motherhood is already life-changing, but imagine doing motherhood during a global lockdown. You don't want to imagine it. We're having a special guest today who is here to share with us her story and her experience of doing motherhood during such a time as that 6 years back during COVID. We have a special guest today, like I said, and I'll let her introduce herself to us. Over to you.
hello everyone, my name is Imebonge Kanem. I'm married, got 3 kids. I'm a pediatrician by profession, so I'm a medical doctor with specialty in children. So yeah, that's what I do for a living. That's me.
Thank you so much for joining us on the First Time Mom show.
Yeah.
And this is quite special to us because I'm interviewing my sister. So we're just going to try to keep it as natural as we can. So tell us, what was the experience of our pregnancy before COVID happened?
Okay, so once I found out I was pregnant, I had actually been trying to conceive for quite a few years, maybe about 5 years or so after marriage. And yeah, like it took a while for it to come. And when it happened, it was like when we least expected, how God does his things at his own time, and it was really the perfect time because it gave me time to, relocate from country back home to a different country and sort of settle down, get used to the city and like get used to knowing the people and actually get into my work. So yeah, I got pregnant at when things was like really happening for me. And yes, it was good news. It was good news all the way, and I was very, very happy about it.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. What were your expectations of becoming a mom?
Okay, so it is a bit tricky and a bit dicey in that I'm not really sure what I was expecting, but I knew I was going to be happy. I knew my family was going to be large, and I was just really looking forward to it. And so the whole pregnancy was really, really nice, really, really smooth, and I was just counting down days, enjoying being pregnant and knowing that one day, she's gonna pop out of my belly. And I was just really looking forward to experiencing what it means to being a mom, because it's one thing to sort of read books and to sort of be told what to expect or like how to plan or how to get ready, and it's just a really, really different thing when it is actually there, when the baby actually arrives. It's just a whole new world. So yeah, I didn't really know what to expect, but I was just hoping for the best.
When you realized that the pandemic was something to talk about, how did you feel? How did that change the trajectory of your birth plan and things like that?
So I took in 2019, and I just carried on with my daily work, daily lives. And by 2020, early 2020, when the COVID news hit, I mean, it started around December 2019, but by early 2020, it started becoming a thing, and people started getting worried. And one day we woke up to the news that there is complete lockdown, everyone has to go home. And being that I was really far gone, I think I was maybe 28 to 30 weeks thereabout.
Wow.
My supervisor just called me, Ime, you have to go home. You can no longer work at this point in time because it's not safe for you and your baby. And I was really shocked. I was like, oh my God, this must be very serious for me to be excused from work. And so, yeah, I just went back home, stayed indoors, and just carried on enjoying the rest of my pregnancy. But it also really felt, very isolating, the fact that I was just going to be doing this journey just between my husband and I. So, yeah, that was one thing. COVID pushed all of us inside. And
what was the hospital experience like? Now we're talking about your labor and delivery.
Okay.
We know there was a lot of shutdown and lockdown and face masks and hand washing. Lots of precautions, were on at that time. What was the hospital experience like?
I mean, like for everyone, that period was a terrifying period for everyone.
Yeah.
It was really scary, and the fact that you were also alone, and it was just something that had never happened in our lifetime. Really,
Yeah.
maybe it happened in our forefathers' time, or maybe generations back. But that going into hospital and getting ready to go and have my baby at that point was a very difficult time. And why I say so is because I was expecting that, okay, my husband will be there from top to finish. And don't get me wrong, because I went in for an elective cesarean section, he was there, but it was just very short. So he was only allowed into the theater. And from the theater, he saw me off to the ward I was in. And maybe he spent an hour, or maybe not. I think from where my room, he went straight home. He was asked to leave. So he wasn't there until the evening. It was like he didn't stay with me as long as I would have expected. Yeah, so it was just really an isolating period. We were just alone. But yeah, I went in for my C-section, and my husband accompanied me, and then he had to go like home like almost immediately, without really having time with the baby.
I can imagine how alone that must have felt. What was it like bringing your newborn home during the lockdown?
Oh, so, back home when you have a baby, oh my God, like you have 1,001 people just waiting to take that baby from you, and you just resting, and all you do is just breastfeed this baby. But like going home and like being in a foreign land, first of all, you won't have grandma, aunties, or uncles, cousin, or like everyone, being there. But that wasn't the only thing. The fact that even though I had a cousin here in the UK, she couldn't even come around. Like, it was complete shutdown. And like, so it was just my husband and I at home. And obviously being a pediatrician, it wasn't new to me to sort of, bathe the baby, dress the baby, change the baby, change the diaper. It wasn't a problem. That wasn't an issue at all. Or sort of checking my baby's feed to know if she's feeding well, if she's sleeping well, like her skin, like everything was just really normal for me medical wise, because I've got that knowledge. But then again, expecting that extra support, because obviously remember, I've just come back from a cesarean section and I was still in pain.
Many moms come back and it's difficult for them to navigate healing and that newborn state all together. So returning home from the hospital with a newborn wasn't much of a challenge for you because of your profession. Your career puts you ahead in terms of knowing what to do, knowing how to respond to your baby's cry and your baby's needs. But what about the aspect of recovery?
After I had returned back, during that early period, obviously you're in so much pain following the C-section. But this was the time my husband really showed up,
Bless him.
So he literally did everything, and that includes bathing the baby. And he did the nappy changing, he did the feeding when I couldn't breastfeed, or when I just needed to sleep, He was really there for baby, and that was when I sort of breasted. He was given paternity leave, and so he really, great. Look after the baby during those times for when I wasn't really strong enough, But then I had good painkiller, and then I had the midwife check on me. So it wasn't really hard, but the recovery was okay. And my husband cooked for me as well. Although before going in for my baby, I had prepared some food down, but then he was there, he served me, made me fresh pepper soup, and it was just like we were like a team when the baby arrived.
And that makes a difference, honestly, because here in the UK it's really difficult to manage, to cope, especially when you don't have that community like you have back at home. Whereas during a time like COVID-19, did the isolation make you feel in a certain kind of way?
I would say I was definitely sad on some days, because I would expect, I was hoping that my cousin will come around, and Yeah, some days I wasn't really happy. Some days I was confused when she would cry and cry, and I've checked and everything is okay, and I've ticked all the boxes, and she just wouldn't settle. Those are the times that you wish that someone else was here to take over the baby and just give you a bit of break.
Yeah.
Some days were tough, some days were hard, but with God's help and God's grace, we sail through.
So there was nothing like postpartum depression, baby blues, and stuff like that?
No, not really. And then I had constant, calls from mom, WhatsApp calls from home. She was always checking on, both of us every now and then.
COVID came with its own kind of aura. But what kind of support would you have wished you had if we had to turn back the hands of time?
Well, you know what? If I really wanted things to go my way after having my baby here in the UK, I wish I could have the opportunity to pack my baby and move straight home to my parents' house and just go and stay there that's your grandchild, do whatever you want to do and let me just rest. But yeah, if not for COVID, I would have really wished that friends could come around, church members could come around, and family could come around, and they could help me out with a lot of things. That initial time, you really want people to be there, not just to guide you, but to really, really give you that deep support, that deep connection, that deep bond, to make you feel that this is a journey that is doable. People have gone through it, and it's okay. It's okay for some days to be frustrating, and we are here for you. So yeah, those are the things I would have loved.
Oh, and honestly, that's so true, because it makes a whole lot of difference having a community of people around, people that you are keen to, people that you speak in the same language with. And this is not just about dialects, but you can understand each other's needs even without being prompted. So looking back now, what stands out in that season? What stands out for you?
Looking back, what really stands out at that time, of the whole lockdown, is how my husband showed up. Yeah, is how he took up everything. I was literally just on bed, in pain. In fact, there were some days I even came into the shower to give me a bit of massage. My mom called and said, "Oh, use a bit of hot water and towel and massage her because she's gonna be in pain." And my husband showed up for me during this time.
I think that's so special. That's so special, because you've emphasized a lot about how he's been here, even as a first-time dad. What did becoming a mom during COVID teach you? Did it change you in any way?
Not really change, but I learned so much from it. It's different when you are just, giving care to another person's child, and then this is my own, this is your own. And one time, my daughter had just a baby rash on the face, and I was like, oh my God. I started thinking of all the condition. Is this neonatal? Is this something else? And I was ringing the GP. No, my baby has got this rash. It was just a baby rash. Well, I didn't want any spot, and I was there feeling frustrated and angry that this must be one of those big conditions. And I got an appointment with the GP, and I was like, oh, it's fine. I think my head just wanted to hear that, even though I knew that was it. But it was just very different when it is your own. There is a special bond, there's a special connection. There is a different feeling to your own. So I really learned, being a mom is different from being a pediatrician. Yeah, it just made me calm, made me just focus. It just brought me together, and I'm able to connect both worlds, being a mom and being a parent. I'm able to connect it and give the best to my baby and even to my patient as well.
That's amazing. What would you say to moms who feel isolated even in times like this? I mean, we are not in COVID lockdown, but even as open as the world is now, there are still new moms who feel isolated in their own world, who experience postpartum depression, even with all of the support that they have. What would you say to such moms?
Yeah, so that's definitely true. And in this day and age of a lot of phones, people are spending more time with themselves rather than connecting to the outside world. I would say for any mom, or before you're very close to due date or prior to that, put things in place, have a network. And even if you don't know people, there are groups out there that you can connect with. There are groups out there. If you speak to your midwife about, feeling lonely, they can connect you to, new mom groups, expected mom groups. You shouldn't go through that period alone. And when you are going through it alone, you feel very angry, you feel very frustrated, and then that's when all of that depression, kind of set in. So you should speak to people, try and, interact, so that it's not something you should, be alone. And even if you're a single mom, there is a whole world out there that are willing to help you. You just need to say it. So you shouldn't go through it alone, because there is help. Speak to your GP if you have to, or your midwife will connect you to the right people. Just let them know you are feeling down, you're feeling very emotional, and they do an amazing job. So just, let it out.
So there's a lot of help out there. Don't stay alone. No. What would you tell your younger self now?
Oh my God. What I'll tell my younger self now is that, man, the older they get, the more work it is. So just enjoy each stage. Just flow with it and just enjoy it. Don't wish that they go very quickly. Enjoy that baby, because once they start crawling, once they start walking, it's different stage with, different, life happening. But just enjoy every moment of it, from the beginning of conception till the delivery of the baby, till your baby is here. Some days are hard, yes, but just keep enjoying it.
Yeah. I like that. Some days are hard, but just keep enjoying it. Stories like this reminds us how strong mothers truly are, even in the most uncertain times, such as COVID. If you became a first-time mom during COVID and you would love to share your story, please feel free to do so in the comment section. Another mom might be waiting to hear it. And here, this is a first-time mom show. Real moms with real stories here in the UK, live on Experience with Queen Eddie. Remember to like, subscribe, and to share this video. Thank you, and see you in our next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.